What a movie! I don't believe there is any other animated superhero movies I've loved just as much as this one from such a young age.
In 2004, Disney Pixar released its first ever superhero movie known as The Incredibles.
So why was this movie so great?
Well, first of all, it comes down to the story. With its characters, setting, plot, and stakes on the same level as a modern Marvel movie, you can totally tell why this movie was way ahead of its time.
Even though it was animated, it didn't make the story any more childish. They didn't sugarcoat any scenes or hide violence. People got killed off. Villains took no pity on younger children, and they weren't afraid to dive into deeper themes. It was realistic. Back in 2004, I wouldn't have thought that anyone would have wanted to get rid of something as good and amazing as superheroes. But what we've learned over the last few years is that the power of the press is a very influential thing.
When Mr. Incredible saves a suicidal, the world suddenly turns their back on supers, forgetting all the good they had done. The fact that Syndrome was a boy who got downgraded by Mr. Incredible and then grew up to be his supervillain was an amazingly dark twist in the story.
Not only did he gamble his way into power, but he used his money to create a robot to kill off superheroes. So Syndrome's robot could gain enough skill to kill Mr. Incredible himself, his idol.
With all those inventions he made, he could have been a great superhero. But he instead used his knowledge for the dark side and planned to sell his inventions so that everyone could be just as super as supers. Now to me, that is a better story than the one in the second movie. You hear that, Evelyn? That is what a supervillain's backstory looks like. But aside from all that doom and gloom, there were other reasons why this movie was fantastic. The action music was amazing. It definitely captured its own original sound, as well as still keeping that superhero vibe.
As soon as you hear those few notes, you know which family is coming to the rescue.
The reason we all love this movie so much is because of its message to families. Although Bob felt like he wanted to do the superhero work all on his own and was so adamant to be the lone wolf, by the end of the movie, he learns to work with his family. And that is the greatest strength of all.
Not only Bob, but each of the paths had a problem that any member of a family can relate to. Violet, feeling that she didn't belong, learned to love herself, her family, and her heritage.
Helen learned that she can't just leave the superhero life behind, especially when the world needs them. She was also struggling to live a normal life with her 3 kids, as well as supporting her husband who was going through his midlife crisis.
And Dash felt like his parents never let him do what he wants, but then learned that there is a right time and a right place to use his powers. With all these tropes so well written, I'm sure that any family can relate, even without the powers.
At the end of the day, it's a real family kick butt save the world movie, which is kind of disappointing why they threw that all away in the second movie.
I don't want to get into that again. If you want to hear our rant about the second movie, check out this video.
Also, random note, did anyone notice how similar the powers were to Fantastic Four? Like, they're literally the same.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Also, did you realize that their names sort of coincided their powers?
Yeah, like you have Dash, he's super fast, like dashes.
And Violet is like the ultraviolet light. And Jack was a jack of all trades.
The parents, I don't know with that one. Just hell.
But I mean, like, do the powers come from their names? Maybe that's why they name them that, or do they hope that they become those powers?
Yeah, because Jack didn't have any powers though. Anyway, thank you for watching our movie review on The Incredibles.
If you want to see our review on the second movie, then click that video down below, or subscribe to our channel to see more great movie reviews. But until then, see you in our next video.
Bye!